AllBall TV.
They scared, but I'm not.
They don't like comentario.
Y suscribe.
Yeah, y'all. They say you don't stop, huh? Nostalgic said we more consistent than Mikhail. You don't stop. You know that.
Ball suckers.
Come on, baby. Back in the mix. Come on, man.
She early. The beautiful, the lovely, the extravagant, the sexy, the exquisite, the elegant. Mo is in the building. Mo, what up, baby? Fabian, how I'm looking on the screen? How am I sounding? My man.
Awesome. Danny Barry in the building. Been here a long time. I think Danny Barry was here before we could even crack 10 viewers.
Oh man, big shout out. Yeah, Jules R5H, Nostalgic Nick. A big shout out to everybody. Y'all know how we give it up. Yeah. Real quick before we get this thing going, man. Oh, the beautiful, the lovely, the extravagant, the sexy, the exquisite, the elegant. Rhonda Flores is in the building. And by the way, the beautiful ladies at AllBall TV are members as well. So listen, big shout out to the ladies. Rhonda Flores, Mo, what up?
Come on, man. Bless one.
Big shout out to all the members. I listen, we wouldn't be who we are if I just don't ask. We wouldn't be who we are if I don't ask. Was the Super Bowl halftime fire? I don't care. Let me slow down. I don't care what race nobody is. You could be green for all I care. I don't care about none of that. By the way, I love some Spanish people. I tell you that. So let's throw that out the window. I'm asking, was the NBA halftime show fire?
The NFL halftime?
Yeah, I'm sorry, the NFL halftime, Super Bowl.
I think so. I think everybody, if you got to include race in this shit and culture. And I mean, when it comes to everybody protesting and stuff, that wasn't even just that wasn't even just an American thing. That was like, even people in Puerto Rico was like, I don't rock with homie. He's doing his thing. Rappers, everything. So I don't want everybody to act like it was just, a thing here. That's the thing that everybody feels no matter what. And the same thing everyone feels is that this motherfucker's on fire, bro. I don't know. It's Drake, Bad Bunny, and who else the last 10 years have been on? Kendrick's little that fuego he just had the last 2 years. That's what Bad Bunny's been doing. Drake's been doing for a while. You know what I'm saying? So to see him go from, I remember when I was listening to his mixtape and I'm just like, yo, this guy is dope. It was like 8 years ago. And I seen an interview with him. Only reason why I watched the interview is because my boy KG went to school with this girl, Stephanie something, that interviewed him, and I found out he was bagging groceries. So he went from that to go rapping, and then he was just slowly becoming in the same level as every other reggaeton, Spanish. Then you see him just separate himself. At the time, J Balvin was super fire. As big as Bad Bunny is now, J Balvin was basically almost that, and then Bad Bunny passed all of them. Like,
stay right there, right? So, Alvin Duda, Teague Calderon, right? Me, I'm hip, right? What's my guy? I told you the song I love.
Yeah, that's Tego and Don Omar.
Right. So for me, Tego, Don Omar, Alvin Duda. You could even go Daddy Yankee, right?
He's like the LL of this shit.
It's Bad Bunny, because we got to remember it's a social media era. So I'm asking, and I'm not like, this is why I love us. Like I said, it was a Super Bowl. For us to not talk about it a little bit, right? Who would we be? Is he, your opinion, forget social media. I'm saying music-wise, is Bad Bunny bigger than those guys?
Yeah. Remember, he's bigger than everybody.
No, I know that, but I'm saying.
So imagine somebody asking you, is Drake bigger than even Kendrick or Cole or whoever, you be like, yeah, bro. Like it's not who's better.
No. Hear what I'm saying?
You know what I'm saying?
Right, but I'm saying all right, but I'm saying music wise, right? Right. That so you saying music wise, you would listen to Bad Bunny before those other guys? That's what I'm asking.
Oh, right now
Right, that's what I'm asking.
he's so on fire. It hit like I forgot what album it was. I think it was the Titi Me Pregunto.
And then
No,
yeah.
yeah.
Right. No,
Sound
right.
is crazy, right? Once that album came out, I'm like, yo, this guy's on some Michael Jackson shit.
Wow.
And it was, for me, it was like, am I about to say this? Because nobody's in that. Even Drake to me isn't that. But the way he had so many people outside of that spoke Spanish talking about him, and then he was on absolute. I'm talking about hit records. There's no doubt about it. Then you make hit. Remember what we always talk about. What Biggie had? Biggie had the streets. He had the club. He had the radio. He had the free. He had everything. And Bad Bunny kind of got that because he had the freestyle. He had the verses. He kind of went totally pop. But even his pop shit is just undeniable. It's just too ill. Yeah, East Blue Juice. See what I'm saying? Fab, chill. But I can't. There's only one Michael Jackson. He had people fainting and shit. But I don't name another artist that even was in the same realm, or even international artist.
Yes,
like
it's insane.
It's crazy.
Like for me, and just a couple years ago, when somebody was like, Bad Bunny is the biggest artist in the world, I didn't even know who it was. But then when you hear the music, I'm like, oh shit, right? But like I said, I remember, I'm from Harlem, I'm 2 minutes from Broadway. They shout out to my family on Broadway, 3033. I could, Lock, Flay, my guy Dog Show, but like I got real family over there, right? And it's like, so we all know about Broadway. So, we was around Spanish, Puerto Rican, and Dominican people, music, the culture, all that, right? And it's like some of that music be fire. We ain't got to know what they saying, but I'm just asking because I see a lot of opinions and people, don't like it, they do like it. And for me, I'm just asking because I love entertainment, right? And I'm going, you got some historic Super Bowl acts, right? And I'm going, where does Bad Bunny rank, right? If we go in, like, you got to remember, to me, the Michael Jackson, Prince, and I'm going to tell you a low-key one of the greatest Super Bowl halftimes I ever seen, Bruno Mars.
No, Bruno Mars he's on a run.
But his performance, I think with he brought out the Red Hot Chili Peppers. That Bruno Mars Super Bowl, my opinion, is top 5. That's up there with Mike, Prince, Beyonce killed it, right? But
Usher was good.
Kendrick was good, right? But
Kendrick was all right.
But I don't put Kendrick up there with that.
No.
Is Bad Bunny up there with that?
For us, he gotta be, because we understand what the hell he's saying. Like, it's different when, I guess, because it's different than Kendrick. Kendrick didn't play his hits like that. That's what was disappointing about Kendrick. With these other guys, it's tough because I get why people here, or anyone who doesn't speak Spanish, is like, I'm not enjoying this. Remember, we following every hit record, and we following this guy's life, his whole career. So in this country, it was split. The politics is one thing, but just to sit there, let me try to enjoy this. You never heard of Michael Jackson. You seen him at a show, you're gonna be like, oh shit. I remember my man said, shout out to my man B from Uptown. He always told me he never liked Prince ever in his life. In the 80s, whatever. He said he went to a concert, he sitting up there, purple, red, gangster motherfucker. So the performance, an artist is an artist. The only thing I'm disappointed in is that he couldn't grab someone like you or anybody in this, like, that doesn't speak Spanish. And I'm glad he didn't, he had the marriage thing there. He had a good setup. That's the only disappointment I have, that we can't really have this conversation. Because for us, it's like, yo, what other Latino, Spanish, we say Spanish, what other Spanish do hit that stage and could really do that? He's the only one, right? Tego can't do it. No disrespect. Daddy Yankee really can't do it. No disrespect.
At that height, yeah.
Even like if Mark Anthony, like they
I
had
was,
Ricky
I was
Martin up
about to
there,
say Mark Anthony.
we were saying,
Yeah.
yo, he should have had Mark Anthony up there because Mark Anthony is iconic. So for us, it would have been even more so. But that is tough for a Super Bowl because it has to cross over. But look,
Yeah.
we say all that, and they say he got the number 1 album in China right now.
Listen,
That's crazy.
Before we get
Shakira,
right, Shakira, yeah,
Shakira got
did
hit
it.
records in English, and Shakira was fire. I didn't like early Shakira. She's always been bad, a little hottie, but
he could have
her
brought
second
out.
half of her career was fire.
He could have brought out J-Lo. Like he could listen. No.
Keep J-Lo's ass where she's at.
Nah, I'm saying just superstardom. Like we can say what we want about J-Lo. She's a global superstar, dog. I'm just right.
She is, but all right, maybe to dance and all that, it would have been dope. Do a little salsa move and all that would have been ill.
Right. That's
Yes.
what I mean. Like a cameo. I'm not saying you got to bring out there to perform because
Yeah.
I think in his set he had a cameo of Cardi. Like a lot of people was dancing and
AllBall.
Right. Know what I'm saying? But before we get Knicks Rehab started, I just got to get your opinion.
Nah, look, he said he could have bought a Fat Joe.
Nah,
that would have been dope too.
No, it wouldn't have. Nah. No. Because for me, I'd rather Tego or Daddy Yankee or somebody.
Absolutely.
Right?
Absolutely.
Yeah, the nostalgic Nick, I agree. Like the Lady Gaga, I didn't even like the mix. Like that song with her and Bruno Mars, I love it. But she tried to put the Latin mix on it. I didn't like it.
That was fire.
I didn't like it.
Okay.
I gotta look at it.
See now that's what I'm disappointed in. That right there. If you didn't like that, then damn, he didn't do what he intended and what I was hoping for. Where it's like he wins this many people over and goes, oh, that's why he's the number 1 artist. Because even right now, you still could question it.
Right, the beautiful, the lovely, the extravagant, the sexy, the exquisite, the elegant. Cherokee is in the building, y'all. The ladies of AllBall TV is in the building. Cherokee, what up?
And he threw a shot at him at.
No, right. I don't know what they're talking about. What shot did he throw at LeBron?
I didn't even catch it, but he basically threw a shot. Remember, JJ Barea is Puerto Rican, so he said, and remember, JJ Barea he got a chip before LeBron ever did.
Right.
So that was the shot he threw, like while he was live. But it was,
another AllBall TV lady in the building. The beautiful, the lovely, the extravagant, the sexy, the exquisite, the elegant, all of that. Darlene Bryan is in the building. Before we get started with Knicks Rehab, big shout out to the chat. Y'all know how much we love y'all. Hit that like button, share, like, subscribe, become members, do all that stuff. What do we have to say about Jay-Z in the job he has done so far, taking over as far as like the producer of the Super Bowl halftime show?
Dr. Dre was dope.
What grade would you give him right now since he's taken over up until yesterday?
I'm gonna have to give him a B+ minimum because before this, it was always U2 and Bruno Mars. It's like I didn't understand why. And Bruno Mars was like, okay, good, but then they would go back and just like Beyoncé twice or whatever. Was like, bro, you still were able to put that Dr. Dre and LA shit. There's a reason why the Wayne thing in New Orleans last year made sense, because if he was gonna do the hometown thing, which would be hard because you can't even bring every Super Bowl to a cold city anymore. We almost prefer it in a warm weather city, but that was ill. Like the concept was ill. The show itself was cool. The Dr. Dre thing was cool, but just to modernize it too. Like you're not gonna be stuck doing what y'all doing. Like remember, hip hop became the number 1 music in this country, and then it just died out of nowhere. So let's not forget this is what the number 1 thing is. Everyone knows all these records. Any young guy, any young person to this day, they're gonna watch the Super Bowl with their parents, and all the parents know the records that were on there now. And I think that's what the bottom line is. Can you cross over the youth and the elder statesmen that are watching the game? I think he did a good job of that. Like he didn't put himself in there. He might be waiting for the last year that he's eligible to do it. And I mean, I would imagine that Jay-Z will be sick on there because for us, Jay gonna be crazy. It's gonna go bananas. He got hit records, and I don't know if the world would accept it though, because remember, you got the 50 Cents of the world. I ain't 50 Cent, but let's say Lil Wayne, let's say Drake. These guys have monster hits that are bigger. Jay-Z only has like 1 or 2 #1 hits. But for us, if we hear that H to the OV, I used to place like on a Super Bowl stage, we gonna go crazy.
But you know what you're gonna hear? Hog Not Life. You're gonna hear, the thing.
Hopefully.
You're gonna have to hear the hits, right? With Jay-Z, that was globally just insane. The Alicia Keys Empire State. So, but let's not forget. I forgot where I heard this from. Might have been 50, or I don't know who I heard it from. But remember, Drake turned down the Super Bowl because they say you have to pay to perform on the Super Bowl, right? But for me, before we get started with Knicks Rehab, I give him an A+. And the only reason why I give him an A+, none of these artists would have been on the Super Bowl if it wasn't for Jay-Z. Now, I'm not saying he has the last say so. I'm not saying he's running it. I'm not saying any of that. But for how it's been going, listen, you got to give them kudos and credit because they were not looking to hip hop, to R&B, to us, the culture, to ever represent on that stage. Let's be for real.
Which makes no sense.
Well,
what are the players listening to?
No, listen. It makes sense.
What is the crowd listening to?
That's a whole nother conversation. It makes sense.
No, it doesn't make sense when ain't nobody listening to that old. That shit was gone. You ain't playing. Ain't nobody listening to YouTube. Stop. You forced it on the app iTunes shit. The players and the crowd. Yo, you know what? One of the dopest shit is when we seen that video with the white girl doing the baby lyrics, and she's going crazy.
Yeah.
Like certain things remind you, like this shit it crossed over. Like it's been done. All that shit that we talk about, it just Of course, the reality of it is shit is still whatever, but we can't forget what the hell hip hop did. It made you forget, respectfully, that there's some black magic going on. That's for real. Like hip hop is crazy. That shit started in the park, Paul. That's insane. So to see it go to the Super Bowl,
listen,
bananas.
That's why I say this conversation can get and go so deep. Pause. Like our people created music. Black and brown.
Them drums?
Hispanics, Dominicans, black people. We created music, dog. And so much was stolen. So it's so like you said, to see it, because remember, that NFL, listen, dog, they ain't letting nobody in there. So, that's why I just gotta say big shout out to Jay-Z. I don't know him personally, don't want to know nobody personally. I only want to know the chat and us up here personally. I don't have no dog in the fight, but let's be realistic. Since he's got in there, I watched the Super Bowl because of the artist that's there now. So got to give a big shout out, but big shout out Bad Bunny. I think he did a great job. And I just wanted to ask because, like I said, I see people on the fence, and I'm not into politics, so I don't be knowing what's going on. So when I hear people, the president, all this, I'm just like. But it just shows you the world we live in, man. This shit is insane out here, bro.
That was great promotion for it because let's not forget. I'll leave it with this. They're trying to make football international, like soccer, the real football, American football americano.
Yeah,
they had a jump in Mexican viewers the year before. What do you think the thing is now? If his album jumped to #1 in China, what do you think it is in Uruguay?
Big shout out David Smith with the numbers. Look, I heard that this morning. 135 million people watched.
How is that number compared to before? Because the Super Bowl was back in the day, there was one place to watch that Super Bowl. It was one channel. You know what I'm saying? On a little box on your box in your living room. How is it today? You know what I'm saying? How do you compare the two numbers?
Right. But the difference is back in the days when the halftime show came on, you go about your business. You go to the bathroom, you fix your meal, now you have people literally watching the Super Bowl just for the halftime show. Like I know people that give two damns about football, but they're going, I want to watch so-and-so. So I think those numbers is I think they could be accurate because like I said, back in the day, we were all young. We were all of age. Like I said, if it wasn't Michael Jackson, if it wasn't Prince, like you said, I'm not watching the mother joint. As soon as it's halftime, I'm running off to go do something until, the football game come back on.
Yo, they're saying it's the most watched Super Bowl halftime ever?
Yeah.
They did this. Yo, what you think Roger Goodell is telling Jay-Z when you ask that grade? What grade you gonna give Jay-Z?
Listen. That's why I say A+. Listen, we don't have to like nothing, right? This thing is about numbers. It's about numbers. When they bring people in, it's about making money and it's about numbers. And at the end of the day, everybody went crazy when they heard Bad Bunny was performing for the Super Bowl halftime show. Jay-Z got a lot of flack, but at the end of the day, results, good or bad, numbers high or low, A for your report card or F for failure. I'm sorry, you did.
So they got, look, the top 10 in the last 10 years, Super Bowl viewers. Beyonce 2013, 10. Madonna's number 9 in 2012. Bruno Mars number 8. Coldplay, Beyonce, they back at it 2016. Lady Gaga 2017. Katy Perry 2015, 121 million viewers. Rihanna 2023 at number 4. Usher number 3 at 2024, and number 2 was Kendrick Lamar last year, and number 1 was Bad Bunny, 35 million. So that's crazy. Yeah, that's crazy. Yeah. And Rihanna, even Rihanna's doing, I know she was pregnant and all that, but I was like, damn, because I love Rihanna.
Listen, Rihanna. Remember, if she wasn't pregnant, as good as that performance was, it would have been insane. Rihanna, listen, it's going to have to come a time and point where Rihanna go.
Listen,
Rihanna musically, Rihanna's better than Beyonce, bro.
I've been saying that for years.
And hold on, I'll take it a step further. So AllBall TV might not even be close. I'm just saying. All right.
No, like when they start, because I love Beyonce's first album, right? But then people, when she started going Lemonade and this, and people started, you know how people just overhype some shit, and you like, yo, dog, stop trying to make me think that this is dope, bro. It's cool. It's okay. Rihanna got fire. That anti shit, I still play that.
Listen, Beyonce is legendary. Beyonce have hits. Let's not get it misconstrued. This is no disrespect to Beyonce, but we have to be honest and be fair. My opinion, Rihanna got better music.
Absolutely.
I'm sorry.
And this is when they go crazy, but we ain't talking about performance, singing, boy. There's talent-wise, it's not even close. Beyonce got her.
Yeah, come on, man.
We ain't talking about that.
Listen, be on top. When we talk about, remember, there's so many talented people. We going from like Sammy Davis Jr. all the way up to Mike. Like, so when we talk about talent, right? Beyonce may be top 20 most talented people to ever walk this planet Earth. Can't say top 5 because, like I said, it's too much. Like
top 20, but she's more talented than Rihanna.
Right. She may have to be top, but I'm just saying when you talk about some of the most talented people to ever walk this earth, her name will be brought up. I'm just talking music. Rihanna is so underrated, and I love that she walks around like she don't even give a fuck. Like, I don't even care.
That's what it is. She won us over because she got like some real, not dude energy, but she don't give a fuck.
Nah, she got the I'm a regular chick energy. I don't care about none of that shit.
She's an island girl.
The music, listen, bro. Like to me, that's a real conversation a lot of people are scared to tackle. They don't want no smoke with neither one of them.
What?
Listen, if we talking, hear what I'm saying. If we talking hit for hit, not the songs you personally like, if we talking hit for hit, shit gets scary when it's Rihanna. But I ain't gonna lie, Beyonce tough. But I just, my preference is Riri. Just to be honest. Like, and we can end with this. Rihanna's the type, if she walk by you say hi, she actually gonna acknowledge you and probably wave and say hi back. You say hi to Beyonce, you might get tackled by security.
He's trying to get the fuck up out of him.
Right.
And I respect
say hi, right?
And I respect it, B. I get it.
Look. Oh my God, how Beyonce? We got him, tackle him. And you just like, what the fuck? So, but big shout out to all the great artists. But great halftime show once again. Super Bowl. Yeah. Big shout out to everybody, man.
1,000,000%. Come on, man. Super Bowl, big times, big things. Yeah, upon the replay. I ain't like that song too much. That's one of her cold records, man. Chill out.
Listen, man. And then like her B-side hits with Rehab and bro. Listen, man. My
sister-in-law, because I've been arguing that shit for years, and she kept arguing with Beyonce. I said, all right. She came to me last year finally. She was like, yo, I gotta admit,
baby,
right.
baby. When that listen, bro, like you were my favorite drug. Like, yo, dog, like her shit hit. I'm just like, and her shit is relatable, man. Like people don't realize like music. Like that's why I'm so much of a Rakim fan, right? But I always gotta say Eric being Rakim because you know they was together when they started. And when artists is great, their music is great, but then they're relatable, you can relate to it, bro. That shit hit different, dog. I'm sorry. So for me, I just think, you know, listen, man, hit for hit, Rihanna gonna give Beyonce a run for her money, but listen, Beyonce gonna hold her own. I think Rihanna just edges her out, bro.
That was the real verses, like, you know, shit like that. Chris Brown versus who? Like Usher. Like those are the real verses that we were looking for. Now T.I.'s begging for, I don't even know. You have no smoke for Lil Wayne or 50 Cent. Like we on realistic shit. That should be like T.I. versus Jeezy made sense because you're from the same era.
Bro.
But even then, you know what I'm saying? But Rihanna versus Beyonce, a versus, that would have been bananas. Regardless of what you feel, we will all be hyped.
That would have broke that. That's what you call breaking the internet. But just real quick, this is why I knew me and Cherokee was family. You see what she said? She got, look, Rakim is one of my top 5 all time. Rakim is the greatest MC of all time. That's my number one. Google all the greats to see what they say about Rakim. And like I told you, you know me, Fabian. I have the story I'll break down, but we ain't gonna go through that as Knicks Rehab. But yeah, I just listen. Sometimes we go off the rocker, but listen, you can't not talk about the Super Bowl in the halftime performance by Bad Bunny. But yeah.
Bless one, Gato G don't have enough. She had a good run and she fell off. She needs to bounce back. Gato G had like a nice 2.5 years she was on fire, and she was there last night, but she ain't on Riri Beyonce level. Karol G's not that. She's not that. But you know, speaking of that, we back in the mix. But you know who? Them Knicks.
Knicks Rehab.
I don't know where my glasses are, so I'm just gonna go with the skull.
East Blue Drew. Don't get me started. We about to do Knicks Rehab. Fabian will tell you how I feel about the guard Rakim. Big Daddy Kane, legendary. It's not even close. It's not even close. It's not. Sorry. Is Big Daddy Kane a better entertainer? A better showmanship? Now, Big Daddy Kane, legendary. He's up there for me. That's my era. Like, I still listen to that music when I'm in the car. I don't play this shit now.
That's what get some, you little bums.
We're talking about Eric B. and Rakim Paid in Full, that album. I'm not arguing with nobody. I take 7 MCs, put them in a line. It'll take 7 more before I go for mine. Come on, man. Now there's 21 MCs, 8 up at the same time. Easy doesn't do it easy. That's what I'm doing. No fessing, no messing around. Come on, man. Don't listen. Come on, man.
Come on, baby Bubba.
Sorry.
Speaking of the guard, we might have an underrated guard on the New York Knicks. Kidding me? Huh? Mo Diawara. It's been a long time. I shouldn't have left you without a chance to strip to.
Hold on, say that. Hold on. That's my that is hear me out. Because we can have this conversation another time. That's the greatest hip-hop album of all time. That album changed everything. Like, bro, y'all gotta realize he was 19 years old.
Mm-hmm. He's the same age as Jay-Z.
Bro, Paid in Full, these niggas was teenagers, bro. That's why Nas is so revered. Nigga, these niggas was 17, 18. Bro, Rakim was 19, bro. talking about the fiend of a microphone. I'm the like, are you kidding me?
He was too ill.
Embodied everything that's hip hop. That's the first rapper to where everything was believable. Everything was believable.
That's how that felt.
Bro, you had to be outside in the 80s. I was born in 77, right? So you got to remember, in 89, 90, I'm 12, 13 years old. So by the time you 14, 15, it's full. Remember, my block, legendary, right? SNS, DJ Craig G, right? So we have the block parties. We sneaking into house parties. Bro, you got to remember, you got big-time drug dealers in the streets at that time. They all wanted to be like Rakim. Every car was blasting Rakim. Niggas wasn't blasting. Like Big Daddy Kane was that guy. KRS, like those was them guys. Bro, Rakim, when he came out and you seen him, you went, and then he hanging around the real. Right. We ain't gonna talk about the names he was hanging around in Brooklyn. And then you gotta remember Eric B with his persona, Don't Talk, Mad Tall. Bro, they embody what hip-hop was. He didn't act weird, he didn't dress weird, he didn't talk weird. The fashion, phenomenal. The jewelry, phenomenal. You had to be there to understand. That's what I'm saying. People wasn't there, so they don't understand. When you Google or you YouTube Eminem, Jay-Z, 50 Cent, YouTube or Google your greats to see what they say about Rakim. God rest his soul, Clark Kent. See what he says about Rakim. I'm just saying. That is the greatest hip-hop album of all time. Jay-Z said it. When we were Rakim, remember the rap went from boom bap to what? Bro, he was rhyming inside syllable. Like, bro, it was insane. So we gotta listen. I'm just saying for me, I'm Rakim stan. Never met him. I met him once. Remember, they did the movie Juice in my hood. That whole movie, Juice with Tupac, that whole movie is my block. Remember, we was there the whole time. Bro, Eric B and Rakim came to the block. I'm not gonna tell you the concert. But when they came to the block, bro, no security, insane. All they jewelry on, dressed like they just finished busting a lick. 40 belows on. They got the big snorkel that go down to your ankle, bro. So for me, you had to be there to understand. That's all I'm saying. You had to be there to understand what this man meant to hip hop. But for me, greatest rap album of all time, greatest MC of all time. Sorry.
They said the Hornets and Pistons are having a brawl right now.
Well, the Hornets was up, but now the Pistons came back. The Pistons is up 62-70 with 7 minutes left in the third quarter.
Oh, hold up.
But it looked like, it looked like they stopped. Yeah, like they got into a little fisticuffs.
Yeah, well, fuck it. We'll delete this shit, but while we live.
Fouling is not.
Oh, he's doing. He tried to snuff him.
Hey, be like that sometimes. Listen, Charlotte Hornets tired of getting bullied.
I mean, Charlotte's been showing some fight lately too, you know.
I like it. I like it. The NBA is missing this. I like it. I'm not AllBall TV, Knicks Rehab. We're not advocating for violence, right?
Oh, nah, they kept. Oh, see, they kept going. Oh, shit.
That's security. Look. That's not security. Like, yo, when you go in a place sometimes and you see the type of security they be having, you be looking like, bro, these niggas ain't stopping nothing. Come on, man. Security terrible.
They got some young thugs out there on the Hornets. Let's go get it.
Yo, no bullshit. If I was the owner of the Charlotte Hornets, every security person that was there, I'm firing them. I'm firing.
That was Beef Stew. Came off the bench swinging. See, now, he got to do that. And everybody got to chip into Beef Stew's fine because that's what he's known for. That's how I see it. Like,
he definitely snuffed them. Snuffed them. But I listen, I love it. And this is what the game is missing. Remember, Faye, we always say that.
Remember, we got one of those on the team now. Snuffing Mark Williams, 7-footers.
Exactly.
He my height. Just his hair all fucking. What you want to do? Yeah. Huh? Let's get back to business, old boy.
Let's do it.
Got me all out of character. They ain't hyped up. I'm too old for that, man. Tear a ligament out here. Maybe a couple. Secret weapon for the Nueva York Knicks. They talking about it now. He's getting a lot of hype. Mo Diawara became Knicks Jaylen Brown stopper and latest opportunity. We talked about that in real time, man. With Anunoby sidelined for a second straight game because of a sore toe, Mo D became the Jaylen Brown stopper in the second half of Sunday's 111-89 victory over the Celtics. It earned Diawara the second round rookie, his first defensive player of the game award, which is given by the Knicks coaching staff after victories. You get a guy like Jaylen Brown, who is a heck of a player in the first half. He was having his way with us a little bit. He was 6'4", He was rolling. In the second half, we did a better job defensively as a team. I got to give Mo some credit. Mo's our defensive player of the game. We threw Mo on him for a little bit. We thought we were going to try to make Jaylen work, be physical, get up into him, stuff like that. And he did it without fouling. He did a nice job with it. So to see that from a young guy at this point in his career was a lot of fun as a staff. I don't know. There's a lot going on with him. You know, I've seen a lot of potential with this kid, man. I loved it. I love that he showed that he was 4 for 4, by the way. Let me not get rid of this real quick. Jaylen Brown was 4 for 4. He joined, I guess, some elite company. Thanks to Knicks Film School making us aware of this right here. Mo Diawara joined RJ Barrett and Kristaps Porzingis as the only 20-year-old Knicks history to score at least 10 points and post a plus minus of over 20 while playing at least 25 minutes in a Knick win. So, you know, it's small steps. yeah, I knew I was gonna laugh.
No, I'm laughing because when you look at the picture, like I told you, just a whole bunch of light-skinned guys. I'm light-skinned. It's like we can't even look tough. Then when you see Cat, like, look at his smile. It's like, yo, bro, what we supposed to be looking like? We tough. I don't know. These, like, every look at Josh Hart in the back, like, y'all niggas got on towels. Like, what are y'all doing, man? Like, this shit look like a Magic Mike audition, man. Like, what y'all gotta make y'all mind up. Are we auditioning to be strippers? Or are we auditioning? Or is this supposed to be like looking like the tough hard hat, you know, construction, like what?
Blue collar. Bobby Ivory said, y'all a white team.
Yo, listen, man. Yo, man, I couldn't be on the team at that point. You know how you walk into something and see it? They'd have showed me shaking my head and walking right back out like, come on, bro. What we doing, man?
You'll never be in the picture? Oh, they said the Old Spice commercial. Oh, shit.
Right. They said, yo, by the way, next door we having Magic Mike Part 4 auditions. And these niggas is, all right, cool. Bro, they out there, you out there with no shirt on with the towel on. Like, come on, man. Then you flexing. Then Cat is there like this. Bro, we supposed to look tough. Go ahead, Fabian. I'm sorry, man.
That is the whole point of the picture, though. What's your best ice grill, man?
Thank you.
Yo, Jose, you're supposed to teach me ice grill, bro. You from Brooklyn, dog. You got to at least fake it in the streets. You have to learn that when you're in New York City. You have to have the fake ice grill. If you ain't got that, you might get got.
It'll save your life sometimes.
Absolutely.
You be scared like a you-know-what inside. your poker face? Listen, yeah. As soon as you get out that situation, you like this. Woo! Lord have mercy. I'm taking a cab next time. I ain't getting on that train.
Never walking down that block again. What? What time was that? 11:30.
Come on, man.
Real quick, what are your thoughts on Mo Diawara having this, you know, because remember, for you, you're very critical on anybody that we hype up and anybody that gets too much hype too soon. And, of course, I was giving him that, but Mike Brown wasn't finding him minutes or for whatever reason wasn't playing him. And we were confused by it. And even you were just like, who cares? But now maybe he's turned the tide for you. Maybe you seeing some things and you're like, nah, this kid is he's all right.
Well, I mean, you know, that was a tough order to ask for him, right? But I think this is how young players can make their bones in the NBA and get contracts and stay in the league, being able to play defense, because everybody can score. Let's not get it misconstrued. We exaggerate and say these guys is bums and trash, but let's be realistic. everybody in the NBA can score. So I think, you know, someone like Diawara with the athleticism, the size, the agile movement, just, you know, being young, I think this is what he needs to try to stick to. If I could be a defender, right? We're not saying you're going to stop Jaylen Brown. But if certain spots, if I can make it tough, right? And at the same time, I can knock down a wide open 3-point shot, get a layup or dunk in transition, I think, you know, he can really do some damage in the league. You're big on Diawara, right? And at times I'm like, but what I seen yesterday, I think he's very capable of that, night in and night out. I think the way, you know, the opposing teams put big guards on Brunson, I think Diawara can be that guy. Now, I'm not saying he's going to be a Daniels or Thompson out the gate, but if that's what he focuses on, right? Listen, I think we can have something special here where we can go, okay, so-and-so got 40 on us. They killing us. The game is close. Diawara, we need you to slow him down. So I love that, but you got to give kudos to Mike Brown. Having the confidence in him. Listen, what coach is going to tell their young player, I need you to go guard Jaylen Brown? Conference Finals MVP, MVP candidate, probably the best two-way guard in the NBA right now. Diawara, that's your assignment. So, you know, you got to give props to Mike Brown and to the coaching staff and to the organization for just having confidence in him. But I like it. I like it. It looks like Fabian is all right. Yeah, you was paused for a minute. Yo,
I think it's messed. I'll be right back. I think my shit is messed up because you slowed down on my side. I'll be right back in.
Yeah. Well, Bobby Irish, listen, you got to remember we react in real time, right? So of course, if guys are playing bad, we're gonna hold them accountable. We do this in real time, right? So listen, if a guy played bad while we're watching it, we're gonna curse him out. But if he played good, we got to give him props. So, you know, we kill Mike Brown, and at times he deserves it. But when he does something good, you got to give him props. And I think having a confidence in Diawara to like really give him some good minutes. Listen, I think that young man can be. See, I don't want to say special, man, because then now we're looking for him to be right. So maybe he'll never be an all-star. Maybe he'll never average 20 plus, right? But I think Diawara can be a good player. I really do, right? But it has to start on the defensive end. A lot of our players, including Diawara, have to understand we're struggling defensively. We need someone to step up, right? He has the size, he has the ability, he has the youth. So I think he needs to take that challenge. And I think sometimes that's what keeps him off the floor. Because Mike Brown is saying, I have enough scoring. We have Cat, we have Brunson, we have OG, right? We have Bridges. We have enough scoring. We have Deuce, we have Shamit, we have Kolick. We need some guys to step up defensively. So I think the more Diawara steps up defensively, the more his minutes goes up. Because that's what we're lacking tremendously, especially at that position. If we could throw Diawara on some of the big guards in the NBA, right? A la James Harden, Donovan Mitchells, the Currys, we turn to a whole different ball club. If we could have Diawara be our stopper or the guy that slows down some of these great guards, that right there, right, SGAs. And once again, we're not saying Diawara is going to stop these guys. But if we now have an option, Fabian, you can hear me? Mm-hmm. So I was just talking to the chat. Think about this, right? And I would love for you to respond to this. If Diawara could now be the guy, because I was just saying that's what may be keeping him off the floor. Remember, Mike Brown has enough scoring. What are we lacking? Defense. So maybe Mike Brown is looking at Diawara on the floor going, okay, yeah, you can score, but I need you to defend. We get killed. Remember, that guard position, that small forward position, you have the size. So now, if Dear Robert can play some defense and help us out right there and guard some of the bigger guards and make it tough, bro, I think that opens up a whole can of worms to where now that makes us a whole different ball club. Right.
It's not like they didn't know. Josh Hart is quoted, I think, the beginning of the year training camp, everybody was like, he's going to be good. And I think with him, it was just more about getting more comfortable, more experience, more minutes, those kind of things. And that's all we talked about when we saw him. So it's funny when, like you said, we see things early. And I think everybody was hyped on it, but there's so many people hype up. Like, I think it's Date, whatever his name is. You got Dottier, and then there's another guy, Pacome, something in the G League. And I'm like, bro, talent is talent. When it's undeniable, it's undeniable. And I just like when people just show and prove, and just the realistic side to it for me. Because Mo, the funny thing is, Mo Diawara, before he played a game in the NBA, this is what he was talking about. I think you might love this, because we don't like when people start reaching for, hey, let's compare him to Kawhi Leonard. Let's compare him to Scottie Pippen. It's like, yo, when you hear what he's comparing himself to, you might think he's being realistic.
What are those skills?
I mean, my shooting, my defensive abilities, the way I can play many positions, and my versatility.
What led your decision to try to make the jump to declare for the draft?
For the draft, I mean, I feel like I'm ready. I feel like this is the good year. I had a pretty good year in France with my team, so I feel like that was the good year, and I'm not regretting. I spoke to a lot, like Zachary Rizache, like Dadiet, that's all my friends. So I spoke with them, and I feel like that was a good year. That's why.
Are there any weaknesses you're trying to clean up? Excuse me. Any weaknesses you're trying to clean up to be impressive?
Weaknesses, I feel like I gotta be more regular on my 3-point shot. I think that the only thing I'm working on it focusly.
Is there someone you try to model your game after, or?
I love Jaden McDaniels and Pascal Siakam. I feel like that's those players who I look up the most.
You said this was your first workout. Do you have any more workouts scheduled?
Yeah, I got.
He gets into his workout schedule. Obviously, that was the preseason, but he mentioned Jaden McDaniels' first name over. What? Just all NBA defender. Then he says Siakam. Obviously, Siakam, damn near Finals MVP. He got a lot of moments, but he's not talking about MVPs. He's talking about his length. He's being realistic, and I think a lot of times we see like people saying, remember how many players were saying, "Oh, Paul George is who I model myself after." It's like, bro, you ain't no damn Paul. Paul George's talent is too insane, right? He ain't say Paul George. I'm glad he didn't say Paul George or some dumb shit like that. That's not who you're gonna be like. Start off being an all NBA caliber defender. That's gonna be put you on the next level. And we saw a little hint of that yesterday. And I'm just hyped, bro, because you know what it is now. We were missing a lot with in the last month or so because of defense and all that. And then Bridges is so inconsistent. Who's to say a guy like this? Like, this ain't Iman Shumpert rookie year. Iman Shumpert rookie year defensively was amazing. If Diawara starts making some strides, how much more we gonna look at Bridges and be like, yo, you disposable now, bro. Now we got Diawara being, if you can be anywhere near a maniac, then you got OG there to help Brunson and hide Cat and Brunson on the defensive end of ball. This is what I'm looking forward to. Baby steps.
So Diawara, that prototype is what the Knicks is missing. Like literally. And I think who's ever in his camp, who's ever his friend or representing him, the coaching staff, I think this is how Diawara can stay on the Knicks and get a contract and be a Knick. Work on your defense, bro. If you can become a defender, but at the same time now you're knocking down the open three, that's what we're missing tremendously. And I think, hopefully, the coaching staff, this is why you got to have a great coaching staff. This is when a great coaching staff matters. This is when these Mo Cheeks and these silly niggas that just sit there and don't say nothing, this is when you're supposed to get paid. This is when you're supposed to be in Diawara's ear going, hey, bro, listen, you know how you stay in the league? You know how you get your contract? You know how you stay here? Play defense, bro. That's what we need. We don't need scoring. We need defense. So just imagine your number's going to get called. We don't have no great defenders. We have one, maybe two. And we know who that is. That's OG and Mitch. So now Diawara could be a guy that you can go, yo, that's your assignment today. Don't worry about nothing else. Oh, and by the way, you hit 2-3 wide open threes. You're going to get $100 million. Like,
Easily.
Bro. So I think, that's what he needs to focus on. And I think, that stretch where you was like, yo, what the hell is going on? Why isn't Mike Brown playing him? I think, and I could be guessing, but from a coaching standpoint, remember, he's seen him in practice. He's watching him in the games. Remember, coaches are watching the little things. We just watching. They're watching the little things. They're watching the defensive assignment you're missing. They're watching every little thing. And they're going, I don't need that from you. This is what I need. And I think yesterday against the Celtics, especially against Jaylen Brown, I think Diawara might have opened something up. Pause, and let's see what happens down the line. But I think maybe that's why he couldn't get on the floor, because it's like, yo, yeah, you can score, but we don't need that from you. We need defense, especially at that position. So I just think being able to have a guy that you can put on smaller guards, bigger guards, small forwards, and just kind of make it difficult. Listen, that changes us as a team dramatically. Like, that's what puts us at championship level, where we play OKC and now you're going Diawara. Your assignment is SGA. We know you ain't going to stop it from making 30, but it's going to be difficult, right? So when you have that on your team alongside with what we have already, that's what we're missing. So let's see what happens from now on. But I like his mindset, and I like what you just played, where his expectations for himself is realistic. He ain't living in the skies, right? So I love the two guys that he said. Remember, he's a long way from Siakam, because offensively, Siakam is super underrated. Like, he is a bucket, right? He's awkward. You don't know what he's going to do. And his mid-range game, listen, he gets to his spots. So, of course, Diawara has, a long time to get to that. But I just think if he works on his defense throughout this season, he's going to see a lot of minutes on the floor.
I just see so much potential on both sides of the floor. And then to be able to shoot the ball, I sent y'all a video earlier where I thought he was shooting the ball at a higher angle earlier in the year, and now he's starting to shoot it from low. I'm not sure if the shooting coach forgot his name now, but everybody, is in love with him. Hopefully he can keep that crisp, because from what I see already offensively, it took OG Anunoby 7 years to really get on the Knicks, and all of a sudden it was like, oh shit, he could shoot. Oh, he could score. Okay. Now the last 2 years is like, oh shit, look, he's showing some strides. He's still clumsy out there. He was a rookie, baby, and he's showing a lot. He's been crossing people up. He's doing some things out there. So imagine 7 years from now. This is all. He'll be 26 in his prime.
I'm not even saying 7. If he locks in, right? If he focuses, right? If he, like I said, you gotta listen. When you have the right people around you, things get much better. So if he have the right people around him, explain it to him, bro. This is what you got to do. Watch some tape of some of the great defenders, the Ron Artests, the Tony Allens, right? The Kawhis, the OGs. Bro, watch film. Learn how to get in the passing lanes. Learn where you can reach, where you can't. Learn the ain't like. These are things that's going to keep him in the league. These are the things that's going to get you paid, but these are the things that's going to get you minutes, heavy minutes, and then now in the playoffs. So listen, I think he has an opportunity, and you've been alluding to it for a while now. Out of everybody, you've been on this. Yo, Diawara. And now we see, what he can bring to the table. And by the way, that's something we need drastically.
Speaking of the right people around him, let's not forget, we have a potential MVP candidate, especially the last couple of years. And now some of these mainstream media guys, they starting to speak to it all, ball.
Look at it differently. When you look at the MVP, I think the Thunder are good without SGA. I think they're great with him, but I still think they are a playoff team, and like they're still good without him. You take a Jalen Brunson off the Knicks or a Cade Cunningham off the Pistons, they're not even close to the same team. Like, you know what I mean? So I think it depends how you were voting, how you're judging it. Now, I don't think he has a chance to win it just because these other guys are insane and they're going to win a lot of games. And I feel like it's Jokic or SGA's to lose. We haven't even mentioned Luka. So is he going to win MVP? No. Should he deserve to be in the conversation because the season he's having and the season the Knicks are having? 1,000%. But it's just not going to happen. I look at
Very powerful words from a man we don't really like AllBall.
Yeah.
About your guy, Jalen Brunson. What he should be in the conversation, especially this season. How you feeling about that, AllBall?
So we all know Chandler Parsons says some of the craziest things ever, right? And I never agree with him. But with this, I agree. And you got to read between the lines what he's saying, right? This season, Jalen Brunson isn't having an MVP season. I agree with that with you, right? But I understand what he's saying. That's why I always say, what is the definition of an MVP? The year, it was 2 seasons ago, Joker won the MVP. In my opinion, and remember, Fabian, that whole season, I was adamant. Jalen Brunson should have won MVP that year. What he did with the Knicks. You trade your second best player, Julius Randle. You get these guys. Everybody's injured. At one time, the lineup was him, Deuce, Hart, Hartenstein, and DiVincenzo. Who was the bench?
Right. Where's the offense coming from?
Bro, right? Who was the bench? No Cat, no Bridges. This is none of this, right? And this is when he's putting up 40, 50 balls on niggas' tops. You get to the second round, game 7. And granted, that whole season you was injured. He went from averaging 28 in the regular season to 35 in the playoffs. So for me, all right, listen, you ain't got to like him. You ain't got to like his game. You ain't all that. But what is an MVP? So I agree with Parsons is saying. A lot of these guys that everybody votes for season after season, it's y'all favorites. We're not saying they're not putting up great numbers, but they wasn't dealing with what Brunson had to deal with that season. Now, this season, listen, to me, he's struggling, even though he's still averaging 27 plus, right? But that season, Fabian, was insane. We ain't seen nothing like that. Yo, he was beating teams by himself. So for me, I totally agree with Parsons. It's like, yo, you know, if you, like he said, you take SGA, and we can't blame SGA for playing for a great organization and having a great front office that knows how to do their job. So it's no knock on SGA. But like he said with Cade and Brunson, like, yo, bro, if these guys are not on that team, and, you know, now OG's always injured, Deuce is always injured, Mikal inconsistent, Mitch can't play back-to-backs. How is that Knicks team going to look? Like, let's be realistic. If you take Cade over Detroit, so that's the true definition of an MVP. Oh, and by the way, they putting up numbers. And by the way, Detroit and Knicks is the 1 and the 2 seed. How are they not top 5 candidates? We get SGA and Joker. But how are we still talking Luka and Giannis? How? So I 100% agree with Chandler Parsons because I understand what he's saying. And it's like, yo, we're going to have to revisit that one day. Like, yo, what is an MVP? Is it just numbers? Because granted, we see with the All-Star game, it's all bullshit. How was some guys, listen, I love the shots. How was guys All-Stars and you won 10 games? To me, it's the same thing with the MVP. Like, come on, bro. So I agree with what he's saying, and I get what he's saying.
And throw Jaylen Brown in the mix. Like, he's had an unbelievable season carrying his team. He's been flirting with the second seed in the East. And going to double down on your point, when SGA was in that scenario where the second and third best players get hurt, when Chet got hurt, Jalen Williams gets hurt. They went 26-1 without him. Some people think Jalen Williams is the second best player on OKC. And they still smoking everybody. So that has to matter. Like they have a bunch of dogs over there in OKC. Yes, they built them correctly and beyond correctly. This is I don't know if there's ever been a more perfect build-up for a team than OKC, especially after losing 3 MVPs in Harden, Durant, and Russell Westbrook. So I see Jamal Murray love, and he deserves a lot of love because Joker went down and he held the team down. But the fact that Jaylen Brown was not in the top 10 category last month is insane.
Crazy.
You know, Brunson, I understand because the season was up and down. This is not the season, I think, where I get the hype is not there because of our inconsistencies. Maybe if we kept things going after that NBA Cup, then I can see that conversation happening. But we lost a lot of momentum. A lot of momentum.
A lot. And he's looked very, he hasn't been looking as great as we know he can look, right? So yeah, but God, I'm sorry, but yeah, all that plays a factor. So this season, I agree with you.
Yeah, and that's really the bottom line. And of course, some people want to blame his co-stars or a co-star. And there's one familiar voice. He's back at it, old boy. He ain't letting up. Skip Bayless.
He's back in the algorithms.
Got some things to say about Jalen Brunson's running mate.
Second best player named Cat is more pussycat to me, right? He's pussycat.
That's very
Am I right?
That's very
Well, your best player's like barely 5 feet tall. Am I right?
Dropping 28 a night.
Okay, but
and dropping 28, no matter who's it against.
He can be thwarted when it matters most.
Okay,
Can just
have you
take him
seen
away.
evidence of that in the playoffs with the New York Knicks? I haven't.
You will.
Don't get me. No. Don't talk to me about will.
Okay.
I'm talking about what happened.
Okay.
What happened?
Here's the other problem. Your second best player named Cat is more pussycat to me, right? He's pussycat.
That's very.
Am I right?
That's very.
Well, disagree with me. Tell me I'm wrong.
That's very disrespectful.
He's pussycat.
No, we're not going to say that. He's one of the elite shooting big men. OG Anunoby ain't no scrub.
No, I like.
That brother's a dog. Mikal Bridges is an Iron Man, and he wasn't worth 5 first-round picks. That's what they'd had Giannis if they didn't do that. Josh Hart, the cardiac kid himself. Look, the New York Knicks could still come out of the East.
Your accident will happen in the second round against the Boston Celtics in Game 7 at the Garden. I'll just go on the record right now. You will lose Game 7 to the Celtics. What's left of the Celtics?
Are you ready for this?
Yeah.
It ain't getting to a Game 7.
Okay.
The New York Knicks without Jason Tatum having
Well,
to worry about.
maybe he's going to come.
No, he's not going. He don't need to come back. That Achilles.
Well, he
Achilles.
might.
That's an Achilles.
You don't want him to come back.
I don't.
He might.
But that would be. They were going to beat him with him anyway. He got hurt when they were down 3-1. Let's get that right.
Your second best player named Cat is more pussycat.
Oh. Let me tell y'all something, man. Y'all can hate him all you want. Oh, boy. They're not going to like when I say this. There's nothing more magical than Skip Bayless and Stephen A. Smith arguing hot topic garbage sports. Name them. They took PTI and put the steroids in it. Whatever you got, they came with the flame. And they've been missing each other. I don't know what they got going on, but if they were smart, they would make that shit a show on YouTube and go for the bigger bag. But I digress. Skip Bayless is back at it all, boy. Jalen Brunson's running mate is a pussycat. How do we feel about this hindering the Knicks, my brother?
You know how I feel about Skip Bayless. That man was left for dead, and they are now giving him CPR and reviving him. But it just goes to show what was said was true. He need a brother to stand next to be successful. So let's not forget that. He needs no matter how great, how much the chemistry is between him and Stephen A., which I love, because I don't care about what nobody says. I like to be entertained as well, right? But let's not forget, he needs a certain something next to him to be great and legendary. It's not going to take away what he's been to the sport as far as just his analysts and things of that nature, right? But
I think he would admit that too.
Skip Bayless might have had a point a month ago. I can't agree with him now. I can't. I told myself I'm not going to kick Cat's back in no more, but I have to be me, right? If Cat does some dumb shit or some pussycat shit, we gonna call him out. Right now, Skip Bayless is dead wrong. I got a new little found respect for Cat. Like I said, cut his eye. He came back out and played. Now, would I love for him to come back out and play against Detroit? Yes. But I didn't see how bad the eye might have swelled up. I don't know, right? But
well, his girl showed us. His girl showed us the face.
Yeah, I didn't. Yeah, I'm not listening. I'm not looking at nothing on her pages. I don't listen to her.
I had no choice. I don't even follow her.
Right. So I can't disrespect Cat at this point. We're playing great basketball. He's producing. Like I said, he's turned into the best rebounder in the game, and he's starting to get a little toughness to him. Right. So we know what Skip is about. Skip is trying to get back in the algorithm. Skip is trying to get back popping. And what other team and what other name can you say to get back popping? Of course, it's the Knicks. And who's the easy target? Karl Anthony Towns. So like I said, maybe a month or so ago, but nah, I told you, I think Cat got a fire lit under him right now. And him hearing this, listen, hopefully it's motivation. Because the Karl Anthony Towns we've been getting lately, that's what's going to put us over the hump. Don't commit dumb fouls. Have a little toughness, a little edge to you, and rebound the hell out of that ball. Right? So I get where Skip Bayless is going. I definitely disagree with him with if we meet Boston in the second round. That should be lucky if it goes 6, especially with no Tatum. Miss me with that. Like I said, great organization, good team. But they ain't good enough. Stop it, right? So that's just right there. New York Knicks hate. That's a clip he's trying to make go viral. But to call him pussycat, like I said, only Knicks Rehab can do that. Skip Bayless don't have the credentials. He don't have the, as Shaq would say, the G5, G4 classified. Skip shouldn't even be talking about the Knicks. Talk about your bum-ass Cowboys. Talk about all the dumb shit you done said. Tim Tebow. And isn't he a Luka guy? Like, so for me.
He's not a Luka guy.
All right, he's a well.
He said Luka's overrated.
All right, well, who did he root for in the NBA? He roots for somebody.
I don't know, to be honest with you.
Right. So for me, it's just comical, and it just goes to show you that the Knicks is popping. Because look what they talking about. But I can't agree with Skip right now with that. Like I said, maybe a month or so ago, nah. I'm starting to get a little bit of respect for Cat. Now, just real quick, he does still do the weird offensive moves. He drives me crazy with that, going to the basket. But nah, Skipper, we all know Skipper's a bozo, bro. We know his angle, right? Legendary, yes, but calm down, Skip. Because we'll be on your ass quick, fast.
It's hard to call another man pussycat when Richard Sherman flamed your ass live on TV.
No.
When Jalen Rose.
Hold on, stay there. Is that top 5 worst flaming of all time on national TV? What Jalen Rose did to Skip?
Sports history?
Yeah, sports. I'm sincere. So of course, sports. Watered down Pistol Pete.
Water Pistol Pete was bananas. It was so bad that it was awkward. Like
Jalen Brown ain't Jalen. What's his name again? Jalen Rose. Bro, he got kicked off TV for that.
You're not welcome. Because here's a secret. It's like wrestling. You can't destroy the villain. Jalen Rose went out for the kill. Once you destroy the villain, we can't have you back on here, bro. You can't play that game. Can't come out here just murdering him all day. But Skip makes a point. He got a good point. And it's not just, all right, the pussycat thing. We can leave that alone. Because he's at least he stopped the fouling and all that. But what we saw the Pistons do to Jalen Brunson 2 games this year. They did something similar last year in the playoffs. Yeah, Brunson got the game winner, things of that nature. They got into a brawl tonight, so we'll get into that into a second. And they might lose some games, get suspended, and we might be able to catch up off default. But if they start playing Brunson physical and you don't have the second guy who's going to take over, we haven't seen Cat really do that. And we always said styles make matchups, and certain styles Brunson ain't gonna be able to show up. Certain styles Cat might not be able to show up. One of you guys gotta, and we keep complaining about their chemistry. One of you guys gonna talk to each other on the court. When is the message gonna get through? The game gonna get through? Where it's like, yo, I can't get through to this team. You gotta get through to this team. We haven't seen that, so it shouldn't be, ball dominant one side or the other. But I am concerned with that because he specifically said he can be had in the playoffs. And Stephen A. with a great counter, man, it hasn't happened. Jordan numbers in the playoffs. Stop fronting on my man. Yes, but the Detroit Pistons have presented something this year before we can get to the finals. We haven't seen a defense like this since the Celtics a couple years back. I'm very concerned about this AllBall. I don't think Skip is too far off. Of course, it's extreme. He ain't been watching us if he thinks he's just a pussycat. And Brunson's going to have to put on that cape sooner than later.
But it's one thing I do agree with Skip, right? He's seen a lot of basketball. Like we can't ignore that, right? And we all know when you have a 1-2 punch, if one guy gets taken out, right, the other guy has to step up, right? If Jordan has a bad game, Pippen has to step up, right? If Kareem has a bad game or isn't there, Magic has to play sense and step up. We can go on and on and on, right? I understand what Skip is saying. Like, yo, defenses, listen, in the playoffs, they're going to blitz and try to take Jalen Brunson out the game. Is Cat going to toughen up and dominate? So from that standpoint, I understand what Skip is saying. Now, granted, last season in the playoffs against Detroit, Cat had a great series, right? So he definitely stepped up. But I get what Skip Bayless is saying, because now we're talking about winning a championship. We ain't talking about winning a playoff series. We ain't talking about winning regular season games. We're talking about, listen, your best player is a 6-foot small guard. Once they put a big defender on him, if he starts to struggle, can Cat be aggressive, tough, and hold it down? So I get what he's saying, right? And like you said, them not having too much chemistry, them struggling to be on the court together, especially when they're, bad defensively. So from that standpoint, Skip could have explained it a little better. Of course, the pussycat is to make the clip go viral, and it does. Because, look, we here talking about it. But we have to be honest, he has a point. And I think this playoffs coming up, Cat is going to have the opportunity to shut everybody up. I think Cat understands the moment. His father and his girl understands the moment. They hear the rumblings. They hear how people are disrespecting him. They hear the talks. So I think, in the playoffs is where Cat is going to be able to shut everybody up. Or he's going to prove our point. But I get what Skip Bayless is saying. So let's see. Let's see.
Well, you pointed to these off-season moves, and all we've been hearing about is Giannis. But there's one other legend who is available, AllBall, apparently, allegedly. It's real. Chris Haynes reporting from NBC with Taylor Rooks. Taylor Rooks, stop with it. Taylor Rooks be out here showing a lot off, man. Thank you for gracing our screen, Taylor Rooks.
What was the Clippers' philosophy around him at the deadline?
Obviously, teams were calling and trying to see if they can pry Kawhi away, but I was told that the Clippers never reached the point where anything was serious. They never even contacted Kawhi. And as far as Kawhi goes, he's extension eligible himself. He has 1 year left on his deal. And so I was told from Kawhi's camp that they are not in any rush to try to initiate any
What was the Clippers' philosophy?
extension talks or talking into the future. Kawhi's focus is on finishing this season strong, and then in the summer, they will assess where things stand. Now, remember, this summer, this is going to be very crucial. 1 year left on his deal. Typically, with star players nowadays, they don't like to go into playing on an expiring deal. So this summer, either an extension gets done or possibly even a trade. But again, we don't know that right now. Kawhi's focus, I was told, is finishing the season out strong and then seeing where things stand at in the summer. Extension.
The Terminator. He's back at it on ball. And listen, it's not like he's been bumming it up. We got legends, former Knicks saying, wait a second, dog. Kawhi, he's old, but he still got some tricks.
Kawhi, who, you know, since December has been the best player in the NBA in my eyes. So for him to be showcasing that right now, and there's a reason why the Clippers are the best teams. You talking?
Ooh. Slow down, Melo. See, the best in the league since December? Sheesh. Oh boy, you serious about this Kawhi Leonard flirting with the Knicks? You know how much he's making? $100 million a year? What are your thoughts on Kawhi? New York Knicks. Uh-oh. Oh, no.
Chat, I know at times I'm difficult to deal with. I know at times I'm difficult to listen to. Chat, just hear me out. Hear me out. The Knicks should go after Kawhi Leonard. Let me explain. I did a lot of research today, a lot of homework today. And I think the Knicks should copy what the Toronto Raptors did. I think Kawhi Leonard is a perfect fit. And we keep him on ice till the playoffs. I'd rather have Kawhi Leonard than Giannis Antetokounmpo. Yes. Let me ask y'all. Both champions, both finals MVPs. At their peak right now, fully healthy, who's a better basketball player? Right now, both, how many years in the NBA? Who's a better basketball player? I don't understand how we would want Giannis but wouldn't want Kawhi Leonard. I think 2 years of Kawhi Leonard, everybody went crazy when he went to Toronto. What happened? What happened? There's only one thing that should be in mind for us. And think about it. If we can get Kawhi Leonard and still have Cat, Hart, Brunson, OG, Mitch, what are we talking about? I think Kawhi Leonard is a way better fit than Giannis Antetokounmpo. Way less maintenance than Giannis Antetokounmpo. I think this is a move that the Knicks, I'm going there. Yes, I'm going there. We are watching how good Kawhi Leonard is playing because he's healthy, right? I think this move here, I'm sorry, man. Like, I know it sounds crazy, but if we don't win a championship this season or we fall short of getting to the finals, if I'm the Knicks front office, I'm exploring trying to get Kawhi Leonard over here. Yes. Sorry. Listen, the Terminator over here with that crew, you think he put fear in everybody's hearts in Toronto? I think that's something we need to explore. Granted, if we get to the finals, whether we win or lose, then it's off the table. But if we fall short and we're still missing that piece, I like Kawhi Leonard here as a better fit than Giannis Antetokounmpo. Sorry. And like I said, sign him for a 1-and-1. 1 year with 2 years with a 1 year option. Give him his 50. I think that guarantees us a championship in New York.
You know, here on AllBall TV, we have a lot of liberties. Normal employers, they usually drug test their employees. Not going to mention who, but they cannot take. I am now pushing for a random drug test on AllBall every day for the next month. Are you out of mind?
I decline every time. I'm declining. Listen, you gonna have to charge. You see how they grabbed Charles Oakley and forced him out the garden? That's how you gonna have to do me, Paul, to take a drug test. I decline every time, and I will have my lawyer present at all times. Kawhi Leonard to the Knicks, I guarantee you, we will be hoisting the trophy in the NBA Finals. He's a way better fit than Giannis Antetokounmpo.
This ain't 7 years ago. This guy plays whenever the hell he feels like it or whenever his knee allows him to. He's done damn near. Every year it's a roll of the dice. It's insane.
He looked done right now. You heard what Carmelo said. Let's talk basketball though. I understand does he look done right now?
No. Now let's revisit the playoffs. How much has he shown up for the Clippers in the postseason? Ever since that Toronto run, even before the Toronto run in San Antonio, he was injury prone. This would be an absolute disaster. This sounds like Antonio McDice all over again. Amari Stoudemire all over again.
I'm not letting you do that. Hold on. Neither one of them was former champions, best defender, Finals MVP. Those two is nowhere near as good as Kawhi Leonard. So don't do that. I'm sorry. Now, I'm not allowing you to do that. No. That's totally wrong.
I'm going to tackle you down just like them cops at Oakley at the Garden. Are you out of your damn mind? Them years are behind Kawhi. He can't keep back-to-back games. I see the numbers. He's playing great.
You don't need him back-to-back. See, that's the problem. We don't need him back-to-back. Hold on. Mitch don't play back-to-back games, but we go ahead.
So we want another Mitch?
I apologize.
Flea would literally choke you out. I don't even need security. All I need is Flea to get you up out of here. He's getting you up out of here. There will be no conversation. There will be no segment if you keep pushing this topic further. We will jump you, AllBall. Enough is enough with your shenanigans. Kawhi Leonard, the Terminator. Your man ran out of battery packs long time ago. Exterminated.
Right. You keep saying that. Does he look like he ran out of battery packs? Does he look like that?
We've seen this movie for 3-4 years in a row.
No,
Hometown LA and can't keep it together.
When he got traded to Toronto, was people having the same reaction as what you're saying right now?
No.
What were they saying?
They were putting him in a category of the Kobe's, LeBrons.
No. Did people see what he did in Toronto?
Legendary.
Were people talking about that was going to happen?
He locked up, said Giannis.
No. Hear what I'm saying. You're a smart brother. The perspective. Remember, what was people saying? The headache. Yo, he ain't going to play. Missing games. Low management. This and that. And what did that GM say? I don't care about none of that. We give you the key to the city. We'll let you use the private jet. We just need you here healthy for the playoffs. And what happened at the end of that? What was the Toronto Raptors? Champions. What do we want? I'm asking you, Fabian, smart brother, right now, fully healthy, for 1 year, who would you rather have on the team? Kawhi Leonard or Giannis Antetokounmpo?
I gotta choose between the Terminator and the weak Greek.
Both fully healthy. And remember, I'm just think about the roster that would be around both of those players with the Knicks. Who would you rather have?
I'm going with the King of Athens. Are you crazy? Giannis is 31. I don't know if he tore his calf muscle or not. He's faking injuries. He's playing games out here. He apparently bought out Kashi or whatever that is, made up fake rumors about being traded. Give me the real manipulator who makes the money. Huh? Are you out of your mind? I'm taking Giannis all day. He's in his prime. You said it yourself. Steph, LeBron, KD, James Harden, Kyrie, get out of the way. The era is done. It's over. Giannis still got something left in the tank. We're going with the 300 soldier himself. Giannis Antetokounmpo. 100 times out of 100 before Kawhi Leonard next year. Who are you trading Kawhi Leonard for? Who are we trading for Kawhi Leonard?
I mean, can he come as a free agent? I mean, he's probably going to pick up the player option, but who would I trade? Listen.
Don't do it. Don't do it. No.
Bridges could get the fuck out of here. Let's start there.
Yeah,
let's start there, and then we talk from there. Listen. I just think this is something that needs to be explored. I know people think it sounds crazy, but I think Kawhi Leonard for 1 year. Listen, I think he still got 2-3 years of high level basketball. Let's be realistic. This Clippers organization, like I said, the thing with him and Paul George was a disaster. I have to agree with that, right? But let's be realistic. This season, last season, this team, they tried to build around them. They put nothing but old guys around them. Guys can't stay healthy. James Harden got up out of there. Listen, I'm going to be honest. I just think Kawhi Leonard is a better fit than the Greek Freak. I'm sorry. And I think if we had Kawhi Leonard here alongside OG, Josh Hart, and Jalen Brunson, and Cat's still there, I'm going to be honest, bro. That right there, OG and Kawhi on the same team. Listen, man. GTA.
Now, what this does make sense, Mo made a good point. If the Clippers buy him out, like the Bucks bought out Dame Lillard, remember, Pablo Torre is kind of a safe haven in New York. Pablo, if the Clippers buy out Kawhi Leonard's contract and he comes to the Garden, you already know you don't want no smoke in these streets. You let's do what we do. If it's a buyout, then bring him on. Give him $25 million. You kidding me? Trade Mikal Bridges and do what you got to do to empty up that tank. Of course, that is the way to the Garden. But aside from that, I ain't trading for no damn Kawhi Leonard. Sit your ass back down in Compton. I don't want nothing to do with your degenerative knees. And that was tough for me to say so flowingly. Damn it. Oh, boy.
Would you trade Bridges and Mitchell Robinson for Kawhi Leonard? And we have Cat, OG, Hart, Brunson, GTA, Kolick, Dottier.
Nah.
I mean? Nah? Okay.
Nah. Now, again, you cutting the depth and nah. Unless you know.
Cutting what depth?
The depth.
Two players. Hold on. Slow down.
1.5.
Right. We cut 1.5.
For a half. He's a half.
Get Mikal Bridges the fuck out of here. I love Mitch. But if you give me an option of Mitch or Kawhi and they both can't play back-to-backs, I'm taking Kawhi all day. Love Mitch. Listen, I don't know. That's what I'm saying. It's insane. And I always say this, us as Knicks fans, Fabian, how long have I been alluding to this? Nothing's never good enough. Nothing. If we said trade Patrick Ewing and John Starks for Michael Jordan back in the days, you know what New York Knicks fans would have said? Are you crazy? That's too much. Bro, we're never satisfied. Mitchell Robinson, love him. Same problem as Kawhi. But it's not even close who's a better basketball player. Oh, and we get rid of your man, Iron Man with no ammo. Okay, not a problem. Not a problem.
I don't want to move on before this. 2 seconds. MJ, appreciate the comment because you get on the hot topic. Knicks potentially moving up, trying to capture that number 1 seed as the Pistons and Hornets fight tonight. It's getting closer. It's getting closer. But you say that, and I'm saying this, MJ. Let's get it clear. There's some news going around the league. Jason Tatum is being assigned to participate in the main Celtics practice this afternoon as part of his rehab process. The team says he will be recalled immediately to the Boston Celtics following today's practice. Jason Tatum is now participating with the G League team. Oh, boy. It's getting out of hand. We said it. Yo, what you doing? Y'all trying to really push this guy? I know Brian Windhorst said yesterday that the team they were very supportive and wasn't trying to push Jason Tatum to go play. But any games we could make up against the Pistons, if Jason Tatum is flirting with coming back and he's anywhere near himself and he gets you said the Iron Man with no ammo, what about Captain America with the juice? Jason Tatum's a guy. I need that Captain America juice in him. Houston, we have a problema.
First and foremost, I love it from this standpoint because we're basketball fans first, and we don't wish injury on nobody. Well, me, some players, some cities, I wouldn't mind, Achilles getting torn, right? But all jokes aside, I love that he's getting healthy because I think, I love to play against teams when they're fully healthy, so there's no excuses, right? But listen, if he can play, why not? Mm-hmm. You got to look at science today. Guys are taking care of their bodies, pause. Guys are eating right. Guys are doing the right thing. So, I mean, it's not 10, 15 years ago. It's not 5 years ago. Guys are coming back and playing. Now, he has to be careful. But let's be realistic. Kevin Durant tore his Achilles. Kevin Durant can still score the basketball, right? To me, you look at a Klay Thompson, it affected him, to the point where you see the downfall, right? But, if Jason Tatum can play, I say let him play, right? But you have to be careful. You're putting your career like in the balance, right? If you're not right now, Jason Tatum on the Boston Celtics, is that a championship contending team? That's what I look at.
I would just imagine that they have to be because of the way Brown is stepping up. And Tatum's game was like a point guard style. And he can get Brown some matchups, favorable matchups, as they screen and switch on the perimeter. But at the end of the day, if he starts to lean towards being an MVP shape, that's what you want. It'll be tough in the next 3 months, but why not start now? If you're going to do it, you start now. I just keep thinking of Grant Hill, shit like that. Like, that was such a cautionary tale for a lot of people. Yeah. And I'm just surprised that they'll even try this.
I disagree. I don't think if he comes back there, championship contending team. For me, that coaching staff, you have to look at, okay, the Detroit Pistons and the Knicks fully healthy. Can the Boston Celtics beat them? I don't think so, right? Is Vucevic, right? He's not enough. No. Let's be honest. Payne Pritchard is not having a great season, how he usually has, right? Yeah, Jaylen Brown stepped up to an MVP candidate. We already know who Derek White is, but let's be realistic. That roster is not a great roster, right? So after Tatum, Brown, and Derek White, everybody else is regular weed. I'm sorry. Love Payne Pritchard. Big shout out Dom. He's been put us on Payne Pritchard. He's just not having that great season that he usually has. So for me, if I'm, the organization, the coaching staff, the owner, the GMs, I'm looking at it and going, okay, you can come back, but if it's not to win a championship, Right, bro. You might as well come back fully healthy next season. See what moves you can make on the off season to maybe make this roster a little better, because I don't think this roster is good. Like I said, I like Jason Tatum. I like what he represents. He seems like a good human being, great guy. I just like how he is off the court. You don't hear no nonsense. Got a beautiful Lord have mercy. Is he winning in life?
You like her?
Love her. I love what she stands for. That's my thing. Ain't all over the place. And then when you do see, it's just, listen, it's how you conduct yourself, right? So I don't see the rush. Like I said, if they have an opportunity to win a championship, I get it. They're not winning a championship this season. Let's be realistic. So I just think he needs to relax. But I just love, that's how much he loves the game. I love to see guys thirsty to come back. I think Kevin Garnett alluded to it one time. Yo, bro, if we want to play, we playing. Take me up, shoot, like you said, shoot that tranquilizer. I'm getting in the game. So I love that there's still guys that love the game and is in love with the game and want to play. But career-wise, nah.
Yeah. Make me sit out. Make me sit out.
Right,
That's a great point. That's a great point.
Right.
If he's anywhere near 80, 90% by the end of the season, though, and he's working his way towards there, we're forgetting that he really didn't have a great championship. And that's part of the reason why Jaylen Brown won the finals MVP. Of course, he played great also, two ways, too, with defensive and offensive performance that he put on. But if Jason Tatum has anywhere near the normal routine night that he puts up, they would have smacked Dallas every single game and not have lost anything. And let's not forget, since we're going around the league,
Detroit, by the way, Detroit just beat the Charlotte Hornets 110-104.
Yeah, but they might have lost the war there because, again, a lot of these guys might get suspended. You might lose a couple games here, might lose some momentum, but we don't know who's going to get suspended tonight after that fight between the Detroit Pistons and Charlotte Hornets.
Check Detroit's schedule for the next maybe 3 to 5 games and see how that looks.
Okay, and we got
some tough games coming up too. I mean, after we should smoke Indiana, we got some tough games coming up.
Right, and we have the Celtics tied for basically second place, so we can't really lose a game. We're not in a position to lose a game or two because even the Cavaliers, who just traded for James Harden, so the Celtics are battling the Raptors, the Cavaliers.
Right, look at Philly, all right there.
Right, Philly's damn. That's 6. There's a pretty close gap, but if the Pistons start losing some games because of these suspensions, you know, Jason Tatum could help with that. And what do you say, the Pistons schedule?
Yeah, look at the Pistons schedule, but also look at our schedule as well. Because like I said, you know, in these next 10 games, if we could go 8-2, 7-3, like we got to keep Boston and Cleveland and Toronto off our heels, bro. So I think all of our schedules, you know, even Toronto, Cleveland, Philly, us, we got to look at the schedules to see how that thing looking.
Here's a tidbit. Next game for the Pistons will be the Raptors on the 11th on Wednesday, but after that is the All-Star break, and the first team that the Pistons play is us.
No coincidence.
What a great opportunity for the New York Knicks to start something against the number 1 seed who got weakened today by the Hornets. Shout out to the Hornets starting a fist fight with the number 1 seed. Yeah, Guru. Y'all, we told you when it comes to this championship thing, you better be disciplined. You better be disciplined. We got a chance here, AllBall, to start tightening some things up as New York Knicks fans. Stop playing around.
I might have to be in the building for that Detroit game to make sure things go correct. Any Detroit Pistons fans, if you from Detroit and you flying in, or you from the town but you're a Detroit Pistons fan, let us know you're going to be at that game. Because if it's enough of y'all, I'm pulling up. Yeah. I'm calling the plug and I'm pulling up. So I need to know y'all serious. Yeah, we might have to be at that game for a little straightening. But Fabian, listen, they got OKC, they got us, they got Cleveland, they got Philly. As far as Detroit, they got, like you said, if guys are going to have 3 to 5 game suspensions, know what I mean? But now go to our schedule, because if in the next 7 games Detroit goes 3-4, 2-5, we gotta match that.
So next get tomorrow, of course, we got the Pacers. After that, Philly, then the Pistons. So tomorrow we have a back-to-back. Tomorrow's game is the Pacers, and then we have the 76ers on Wednesdays. We have a back-to-back. We're going to be in Philly for that back-to-back. I would hope they do the right thing and just put Mitchell Robinson in Philly's game and rest players against the Pacers. I know they got Zubac now, but come on now, they trying to tank and get the #1 seed. One of them, Cam Boozer and AJ DeBanza, they trying to get the kid from Kansas, something like that. Pacers ain't playing around. They tanking, man. So we got the Pacers, the 76ers, the Pistons, the Rockets, then the Bulls. Got a little gauntlet coming on. Then the Cavs and then the Bucks. The Bucks who just signed Cam Thomas, by the way, from Brooklyn, who was bought out over there.
Yeah.
And then the Spurs coming back up. Third time we're going to play them this season.
Right. But stay like let's just say the next 5 games: Pacers, 76ers, Pistons, Rockets, Bulls. Right. I mean, with that right there, what record you think we should have?
I think we should be 4-1.
Right. And who do you say we take the loss to?
Sixers.
I kind of agree there. I agree too. Yeah, we go 4-1. We got to start creating some separation from Boston. But yeah, I agree there. If we go 4-1 in these next 5 games, that'd be great. That'd be great.
So it's a back-to-back game. Second night of a back-to-back rivalry, and it's 5 games. We haven't been on a run. They don't. I mean, and they've been playing us tough against them. Again, them guards. I know the kid BJ Edgecombe is starting to hit the rookie wall. So
yeah,
we'll see. But some other
teams get up when they play against us. So that Philly New York rival. We go out there. The fan base is crazy. So it's going to be in Philly. So that backcourt is going to try to go crazy. And we know Embiid. Listen, so it's always a tough matchup against them.
Real quick, tough matchup. Mark Cuban allegedly is trying to get together a private group and is looking to buy back the Mavericks. That's per Mark Stein. So shit done got so bad over there in Dallas that Mark Cuban wants to buy the Mavericks all over again. Jesus Christ. That was a rapid fire, because what the hell is going on here, old boy? We just got a former owner. He said, yo, man, what the fuck is going on here? Can't believe he has a chance to get back his team, which I know he's trying to move him to Vegas, but we've heard that rumor before. And it's a big mess. It's a big mess. And speaking of big messes, you sent me this in the chat earlier, old boy, and I didn't think that you would be into the bochinche like this. The Jeff Teague podcast was bugging out today? I didn't. What? Disrespect handed all over the place.
Okay, let's keep it moving. So clearly, you went to the game and they actually said, put me on the player, Zaire Smith. I'm trying to understand. What's your point, right? You keep trying me. Stop. Don't disrespect my name. Hold up, Jeff. Don't disrespect my name. You know my name. I don't know your last name. Zaire. Stop disrespecting me. Jeff. Hold up, Jeff. Don't disrespect me, Jeff. We live, so we don't got to don't disrespect me. I don't remember your last name. They put Zaire. You don't just. All right, bro. What is it? Franklin. All right, bro. What you trying to be on, bro? What you really trying to be on there, man? Like, that's what I'm saying. Like, you taking it somewhere else. Like, we can have a combo. Like, we at work, bro. Like, what you want, bro? Like, we ain't gotta do all this, man. They put me on the jumbotron. They didn't put you on jumbotron. They put me on the jumbotron. They cheered, nigga. They cheered. They say all pro. Have you ever been all NBA? No. Have you ever, you was a one-time all-star? I promise you, I'm gonna get another Pro Bowl before you get into the all-star. Your career is over. You was trash. They traded you all over the fucking NBA. You never stood. I was a captain on every fucking team I was on. How many years you played? So calm down, gang. Like, niggas really fuck with me. I'm really carrying it out here, and I came in late. You was an early pick. I was a late pick, and I got out the fucking mud. So watch your mouth when you talking to me, nigga. All right, bro. Nah, because you really trying me. All right, people are actually
Y'all
watching.
really tripping. We live. We don't have to do this.
You tell me have a show that people watching.
Man,
get the fuck out of here.
We live. We don't have to
proud
do
of
this.
you.
We live. We don't have to do this. We live. We don't have to.
You have a good career, bro.
Don't disrespect my name. That's all I'm gonna say. We don't have to do that. Everything is cool. You don't got to disrespect my name.
No disrespect. You win, big dog. You win.
I'm saying
you the GOAT. You the GOAT. You one of the best. You one of the best, bro. I don't know.
You play that role is cool though, but like just don't disrespect my name. That's all I'm asking.
What?
Just don't disrespect my name. That's all I'm asking.
Come on, man. Fuck out of here, my nigga. You good though? Do your thing. You tough as shit.
That's what I'm saying. Well, it didn't have to be that, bro. It's a football day. It's a football day.
It's never a football day on 520. You can get the fuck out of here. I don't give a fuck.
That's what you on?
I could be.
That's what niggas on. Bro. Okay. That's niggas crazy, bro.
Man, yeah, come on.
That's what I'm saying. Like you talk to me. Come on. Watch how I'm talking to you. Just come on, bro. It ain't
serious.
I don't know who that is.
It's cool. So I didn't remember.
But you know my name's Zaire Franklin.
I just had to remember. Like I said, when you pull up to the board, I didn't know.
It hurt your feelings that much, the Super Bowl that lit. Was it Bad Bunny?
I really don't. Nah, I fuck with Bad Bunny. You don't.
I listen to Bad Bunny.
All right, let's move on, please. Salvage the rest of the show. Shout out to the Knicks, man.
And shout out to the Knicks out. Shout out to y'all for having some smoke. I don't know what the hell just happened, old boy. I think homeboy was.
Nah, I know what happened. Y'all niggas is always playing. Nigga, everybody ain't playing. That's what it is. Y'all playing with his name, and he's gonna stop. Like y'all disrespecting me. Yo, man, you gotta realize, man, when guys go on these platforms, they got their kids and their families watching. Just imagine he going, yo, I'm about to go on Jeff Teague and them show y'all watch. Look out, YouTube, and niggas up there going, Zaire Smith. Yo, bro, that ain't my name, bro. And now niggas is joking and laughing. Stop playing all the time. But listen, Jeff Teague tried to hold his own a little bit. The mother niggas super quiet. Yeah, all that joking and playing. That's why sometimes you got to listen. You got to MC Gusto that shit. I'd have turned that whole table up. Nigga said, I'm 3 generations deep in gangsterism, nigga. Listen, that's what I be trying to tell you. I don't be understanding these athletes. A nigga, a football player in the gym all day, nigga, you supposed to turn that table right over on all them niggas. Yeah, I'd have MC Gusto that shit. That nigga stop playing with niggas, man. Yeah, fuck out of here. Yeah, Jeff Teague and them niggas play too much, dog. Niggas be violating niggas. That's why you got to be careful when you have guests. You got to be careful. And let's be realistic. Ain't nobody fighting. That's why what I always say, I don't condone fighting, but I've never seen a group of tough people afraid to fight because you're afraid to get sued. Man, you ain't think about that when you in the moment.
Right.
Nah, yo, stop playing with me, my dude. When Jeff Teague did all that, that's when he's supposed to turn up. When Jeff Teague waved his hand, you knocked the hand down. Yo, my nigga, what's pop? We go in the back, bro. We ain't doing that. That's what I'm saying. But nah, man. Listen. Big shout out MC Gusto. Rest in peace, the legend, Charlie Murphy. But, you know, for me, Fabian, you know, Jeff Teague and him, I like the storytelling when he talks about the NBA. It'd be funny. But at the end of the day, when you have a guest up there, respect the guest, bro. Like, he's an NFL player. Like you said, he's a pro bowler. Bowler. Right. All pro, right?
Wait. All pro is different than pro bowler. Let's get that straight.
No, well, he's both, right? But all pro is different, right?
Yeah.
But for me, respect the guests, bro. Respect the guests. Like AllBall TV, Knicks Rehab, we would love to have a guest. Imagine we have a former or current Knick up here. Why would we disrespect him? That's what I'm saying. It's a time and place for everything, right? Y'all joking with that just means y'all don't do your homework. Y'all didn't talk to his PR team. Some niggas don't play around all day, bro. Let's talk. It's a Super Bowl weekend. Let's talk sports. Let me break down the game. Y'all may not understand football. Y'all may not understand how huge Super Bowl is, this and that. Because you heard Jeff Teague say, I don't give a fuck about football. We don't. So have a sports conversation. But why would you disrespect your guests? Bro, that's why I say this social media, niggas play too much. Niggas play too much, and everybody's not for the fun and games. But for me, I'm disappointed in Jeff Teague and them because you have a platform, and if you have a guest up there, it's supposed to be about the guests, right? Y'all turning it into a comedy show, and then now it turns into disrespect. So my last point, stop fucking playing all the time. Like, seriously. Stop playing all the time. But you see the other three quiet as church mouses. Quiet. Niggas ain't keep on with that. Jeff Teague had to try to fake hold it down, but listen, man, I ain't. Stop playing all the time, man.
Syracuse alumni, huh? Heroic. I ain't know that. Zaire Smith. I stopped watching football, so I didn't know he was an all-pro. That's insane. You know, that's great. That instantly reminded me of when Skip Bayless told Shannon Sharp, put your glasses back on. And I felt like Shannon Sharp was rattled in the moment. There's a different thing when you go on television, man. Like, he trying to make funny with your name and all that. How he said 3 seconds later when he cooled off and he realized, I think he finally like said, you know what, hold on. I'm not gonna MC Gusto this 3 generations of gangsters. I'm not gonna do this. So, yo, man, you really that mad that I got that much love with the Super Bowl? They didn't want to show you. They showed me. Like, that's, to me, it's harder to do that because
hold on. Look, Fabian, hold on. I'm sorry. This is why we love the chat. Y'all don't always cut Fabian off. It's never on purpose.
He led the league in tackles.
Hold on, Fabian. Hold on. Let's give the chat. We always give the chat love. Y'all hold us down. Y'all see what our chat does? They start breaking down and helping us understand who guys are. So go ahead, Fabian. I just wanted you to highlight that. Come on, bro. How do you disrespect somebody like that comes? How you disrespect anybody that comes on your platform, let alone all pro?
And this is when I'm gonna show you
Fabian,
the last time
he
I
said I was a late pick. I got it out the mud. That means his mindset is different. So y'all ain't do y'all homework.
Right. So
do you understand football niggas when they 4th, 5th, and 6th rounders? What they got to go through to make the team?
Right. And this
all they got is their name, Fabian.
This is how I'm gonna go back to when I stopped watching football. When you say led the league in tackles, Ray Lewis led the league in tackles, Patrick Willis led the league in tackles. So I understand what that means. And at the end of the day, though, that's why he couldn't go MC Gusto on that stage, because that guy's good. I seen him on Joe Budden. I seen when y'all say that he checked Joe Budden over the phone. I didn't see that. You know, I always say football players are really crazy because basketball players, every single athlete, the toughest of athletes, have all quit playing football the first moment that they got on the football field and went to go pick up that basketball. So I get it. But when it comes to television, you got to be careful. It's a different animal. You got to be witty. It's television. It's Hollywood. I get it. You felt like he was disrespectful, but I thought the way he handled it 2 minutes later was perfect. Perfect. Yo, you just mad they show me more love on that screen at the Super Bowl. They ain't show you, and you 520 podcast. You popping. You got the $20 million Adidas deal, right? It's showing me, dog. I'm the man out here. Let's not forget. And then that quickly checks him. Like, you ain't never. We go to the All-Star game. They still might not show you on that screen. They might show me before you, dog. I'm a star out here right now. So that's how you make people, like, that's what I didn't like about Shannon Sharp going that Skip Bayless, put your glasses. Yo, bro, you're supposed to sun him. Yo, Skip, who you talking to? If it wasn't for the likes of me, who are you? There is no you. You don't exist without us. Say whatever you want about Tom Brady, think he's better and all that. No. Ask Tom Brady about me. See who he'd rather talk to, you or me? Any day of the week. He ain't talking to you about what? Life, football, anything. He's coming to chill with me. This is a fraternity. You ain't never gonna live this life.
Look at what Bless One said.
Zaire broke the Colts single season record for tackles twice. So he's a legend, a living legend.
Bro, he's doing things in football that's historic, right? But she's in the building, late as usual. The beautiful, the lovely, the extravagant, the sexy Nick House Tatted Mommy is in the building. Hey, your ass is in the building. We gonna forgive you. Big shout out to you. Fellas, y'all know the drill. Hart, a Josh Hart, a higher wave. Say what's up to the beautiful ladies, man. Show some respect. Fabian, what I don't understand is with 520 podcast, Jeff Teague and them, why have a guest up there and be disrespectful? That's my thing. What Martin said, nigga, you called me. I don't think he called them. Y'all trying to cross promote. It's the NFL, it's Super Bowl. You trying to get more viewers, right? More subscribers. And then you get a legend up there and you be disrespectful. Bro, it's yo, man. Everything isn't all fun and games. And I'm very disappointed in Jeff Teague and that crew. I'm just being honest with you. I'm very disappointed, bro.
But I'm not, because sometimes you gotta find where the boundaries at. And they may have found one. Like now, you ain't inviting just anybody and playing with them like that. Because you just happen to get, you might feel scared because you know he plays football and there's nothing you could do. Nobody on that set got any smoke for him. And for Jeff Teague to say, you can get the fuck out of here, was crazy.
You don't even know who he is.
He knows who he is.
Bro, no, listen. I'm gonna be honest. Some dudes' pause is so cocky, right? And some dudes, like you said, you don't know, you don't watch the NFL, right? So think about them. Them niggas ain't watching football. Them niggas is joking and playing around all day, bro. Right? They not watching. So they think they got regular weed up there. They thinking it's a nigga you could just play with, act silly, and they thought he was gonna feed into that. And nah, my nigga. So that's why I say you didn't do your homework to understand who the fuck y'all got up there. That conversation was supposed to be that was supposed to be a legendary moment for that podcast. Easily.
But it was. Homeboy jabbed him, and then they brought it back to entertainment. I thought he handled it well because it could have went left, and he did it the right way, I thought. And Homeboy's kind of hot right now. He has shown that he's going to have a post-career. Now, but it's tough with football. We could talk about all the injuries that take place for them not to even be able to make it to the screen like that. This guy's on TV right now auditioning, unlike Draymond. Unlike Draymond, I don't know anybody in basketball that can do what he's currently playing football. How much do we talk about these guys playing basketball? We watch them and we go, I never want to watch you, ever. This guy's currently playing football. Obviously, I didn't even know this much about him from what y'all telling me. Legendary, and he's out here on a Joe Budden podcast, Jeff Teague podcast, and he's doing his thing. And he checked somebody. So now anybody on any other podcast, they're going to know who Zaire Franklin is. I know that much. You ain't going to call him no Franklin Saint. You ain't playing with this guy's name at all, ever again.
But no, he doesn't have to worry about that on no other podcast. It's only them niggas that play like that. Nobody, bro, I don't see no other platform having guests and doing that. Well, niggas play too much, dog. Like I said, I fucks with Jeff Teague. I like some of the stories he be telling when it pertains to him in basketball. Like I love the story he told about what's your man that played with the Lakers, Derek Fisher, right? I love that. So I love those stories. But when you have your guests, bro, do your homework and have a dope conversation. Like just think about, remember, homie played for the Colts. I think Jeff Teague is from Indiana. So, nigga, he's from his hometown. Bro, that was supposed to be a legendary conversation, dog. And it's just like they dropped the ball on that. Why? Niggas want to play all day. So, I'm just, like I said, I understand our chat is saying they not surprised. I'm very surprised by that. I'm surprised because you have a platform, you're trying to build it. And when you got a guy on there like that, nah, man, it wasn't supposed to go like that. I'm sorry. Like I said, I joke, I troll. We play all day up here. We try to be entertaining at the same time. But I don't care who it is, whether it's a person that got drafted and didn't make the team, you show them a certain type of level of respect. And I just think Jeff Teague and them dropped the ball on that. Excuse me. I'm very disappointed. Very disappointed.
I think guaranteed they're not going to play with Zaire Franklin. If he comes back there, he calls him Zaire Smith again. That's a Jim Rowe moment. He could have had a Jim Rowe moment. Call me Chris again and see what happened.
You get what I'm saying. And then when your man did the wave and he bro, that shit. That's what I'm saying, bro. That shit could have come on, dog. So, but
playing with fire.
You know what? You correct. Big shout out to Zaire because he see the bigger picture. Like he said, I'm a late round draft pick, and I know what it takes. He probably take care of his whole family, and it ain't worth it. You know what I'm saying? But listen, man, stop playing all the time, dog. Oh, stop
Correct,
playing.
Mo. Yo, Mo is right. The shit that they say is crazy. Like the shit that goes viral. The shit that goes viral is nothing.
Insane.
I
Bro.
only watch because I got to try to study what people do. I watched that. I'm like, oh, so you can really just talk your shit, get a couple topics, and just talk your shit. People fall in love with because everybody likes that kid Ben. They love him. And he's funny, but I think you just gotta work on being yourself. And sometimes you gotta learn in real time. It happens.
But let me ask you a question before we jump off this topic, right? They signed the big deal with Adidas, right? I'm pretty sure, whoever else they signed to as far as the podcast. How do you think they feel about this?
Adidas?
Or whoever they signed to, right? Whoever the podcast is signed to. Like, all right, if you're a big company, right, and you sign Jeff Teague 520 podcast to this big deal, right? So, of course, the PR team is doing their due diligence and getting them guests. We got y'all a big guest for Super Bowl weekend, right? We trying to cross promote. We trying to grow the platform, cross over a little bit. And you see what just happened. How would you feel?
Bro, they signed Kanye. They know what they signed up for. They signed Jeff Teague, but he was bugging. Like this podcast, they take it there. They take it there. Remember, Howard Stern wrote the playbook for everybody. No matter what anybody has done with their microphone in front of them, with the cameras on, Howard Stern has the most craziest footage, audio of all time. There's nothing you haven't done and he hasn't done besides play the game. And they know what they signed him up for. Remember how we felt like when Shannon Sharp did the fake porn? Bro, what are you doing?
Yeah, but I get what you're saying, and you have a point. But for me, I kind of gotta slowly disagree, because I don't think this was the time for that, and I don't think that young man was brought up there for that type of moment. I think he was brought up there to maybe talk about the Super Bowl, and like I said, I think the people behind the scenes, whoever's producing, executive, whatever it is, whoever they signed to, yeah, they know what they signed up for, but I don't think that was the moment for that. I think it was, hey, we got a guest for y'all. It's Super Bowl weekend. And like I said, I think they dropped the ball. And I think they dead wrong. And eventually they owe that man an apology. Straight up.
This is why I'm gonna disagree totally, right? Because all you gotta do is zoom right? And at the top right, you see Boost, Mobile, Hard Rock, and the volume.
The volume. Okay, the V.
And then you got Boost Mobile there, 520. That's all they care about, bro. That's all they care about. They got that shit going everywhere. That shit was a commercial for all that shit. And people, obviously it's the world we live in. People want to go viral. And whether it's accidental, intentional, or, whether you didn't intend to, doesn't matter. Like them guys, I don't see them getting no calls from Adidas, from Hard Rock. Hard Rock? Like the volume, who do they have now? They lost Shannon Sharp already. These guys, I think they signed Joe and Jada and all that, but they don't get this. And Jeff Teague goes viral all the time. So I think they got what they wanted, bro. Like I really do. Before we forget, AllBall. Nick's house tatted mommy ain't playing any games. She comes in here, walks through the door, and she pays the late fee. It ain't even really a fee. She just said, yo, homeless.
No, it is a late fee because she's supposed to be in the building soon as we jump on. She know that. Yeah, it's a late fee. Big shout out, though. Listen.
Oh, respect, dude.
Got that pixie cut on in there. Listen, she let y'all know who in the building, huh? AllBall suckers. Yeah.
Back at it. Mañana. Knicks rehab against the Pacers. Hold on, I just thought about it. Flea asked earlier. He's on daddy duty, y'all. But he asked us if we're going live during the game. Should we? Because I know it's the Pacers, but I want to see if it's interesting with Homeboy on there. That answers that. Want me to get the chat involved? Yo, chat. Do you think we should go live during the game, play by play, or should we save Knicks Rehab for after the game tomorrow with some topics that you guys should be suggesting? We see how we go platinum out here in these streets. Huh? The Josh Hart thumbs up or thumbs down?
I'm going to tell y'all now, I'm bad and bougie when it comes to that. I'm only going live during games that matter. Detroit, Boston, big time games. You know what, Cherokee? The chat wins. Can't argue with the chat.
Yeah.
Can't argue with the chat.
At this point, the game is better with your guys' commentary in the background.
East Blue Drew said, "Oh boy, you don't need no sleep. You're 100% right." Listen, I hate sleep. If I could stay up 24 hours and talk to y'all, I would do it. Trust me.
I ain't trying to listen to Reggie Miller.
Listen, you gotta have
the
game on mute. Right, Webby gang in the building. Listen, gotta have that TV on mute. I'm definitely not listening to Reggie Miller. Listen, Reggie Miller couldn't tell me what time it is, let alone have a conversation with me. I don't want to talk to Reggie Miller. I don't want to see Reggie Miller. I want to meet Cheryl Miller. I can give a damn about Reggie Miller.
That was tough.
Is she the greatest woman basketball player of all time that doesn't get talked about enough?
She's like the Wilt Chamberlain, like the myth. Cheryl Miller was like a myth growing up.
No, ain't no myth. It's this video, huh? Ain't no myth. Her shit wasn't 70 years ago. Her shit ain't no myth.
Her and Cynthia Cooper, someone playing on the same team. That shit was ill,
bro. Big shout out Cheryl Miller, man. A legend that doesn't get talked about enough when it comes to this sport of basketball, right? We know social media is huge and we like who we like. We talk about Aja Wilson and, Caitlin Clark, great players, but is Cheryl Miller the greatest female basketball player of all time? Just a thought, just a question. We ain't got to respond and answer now. But chat, we see y'all tomorrow. Oh. Your ass is late, Tory B. The beautiful, the lovely, the extravagant, the sexy, the exquisite, the elegant. Tory B. Late ass is in the building. Yeah. Love y'all. Y'all know we love y'all.
Diane Johnson, I seen you in the comments in another video, man. Appreciate you.
Oh man, listen. Dion or Diane? Because is that a beautiful lady? I'm scared to. Big shout out Diane Johnson. I don't know what's going on over there. That name is spelled weird. Tory B. Knicks fans don't sleep. We rest and take naps. Tory B. Knicks fans don't sleep. We rest and take naps.
Take cat naps? There could have been anywhere else. Tomorrow we going live. Got no choice.
For
big
life.
Knicks. Big tricks.
Y'all see that for life.
2026 is the year of the beautiful, the lovely, the extravagant. Y'all kill us,
man. Don't be making fun of. Listen, don't be making fun of me, man.
Never.
Look, Tory B said, "Look,
I was resting, sir."
Listen, I know about them old. I know about them old head naps. I'm an old head. Listen,
the ONNs.
I sit on the couch the right way. It's going down. Listen, I gotta sit up. Yo, if I sit on the couch for more than 15 minutes like this, it's over. You see, I gotta sit up. Look, I'll be on this bitch like this. Look, Fabian.
And the show is over.
Show over. Yeah, while the show was going on, look. Nah, so Tory B, I know where you going with that. That's a fact.
Appreciate y'all. Tomorrow was the game 7:30. We say. We'll see you then. Hasta mañana. AllBall TV.
They scared, but I'm not.
Deja un like, comentario.
Y suscribe.